Got an appointment today for my IT client in Lafayette. It's with a local industrial company. Spoke with the operations manager there. Said they work with the company. Would love to have a conversation with us. Said we can meet October 30th. So we're gonna meet there on site. They have about 25 users roughly. Currently work with the company, and they have 4 locations. So it should be a pretty good one.
Got a banger today for my client out in Salt Lake City. Spoke with the general manager of a big hotel. It's 80,000 square feet. They're looking for a re-roof on a section of their main building. Said they have a bunch of leaks currently. I had a couple of contractors come out. They didn't like the quotes they were given. Want to section out the roof for a project now and then a project this year. So should be a pretty good one when we go out there. It's set up for next Thursday at 10 a.m. So can't wait to hear how this one goes.
Got a closed deal last Friday right before the weekend for my janitorial client in Utah, Salt Lake City to be exact. Calling my shot today. Let's see, for Built Up.
I'll call my shot for my roofer in San Antonio.
I just got one for my roofers out in Colorado Springs. It was one I actually spoke with a property manager like 5 months ago. They were still under warranty at the time, but it goes up in November, so I reached out today seeing if we could be a resource for them whenever that's up, and she wants us to come out next week, so that looks pretty promising. And then I'll also be calling my shot for my IT company out in San Francisco.
Yeah, I got an appointment today for my roofer down in Tucson. I spoke to the maintenance director at an assisted living facility, 71,000 square feet. They have shingles and TPO. They have a project coming up. They're not sure if it's going to be finished this year or early next year, but we're headed out there on Thursday to kind of discuss the timeline.
So I'm going to call my shot on my niche medical client, and I did get a reschedule today, so it's not been a completely dry day so far, but I got something rescheduled for my Albany client for this Wednesday. Yeah, the guy already accepted the invite, so sounds like a pretty good one.
I'll call my shot in Pennsylvania for this afternoon.
I'll call my shot in Buffalo this afternoon. So my client in Chicago just got a proposal out for 4,000 MR. So hopefully we can get that closed.
Last week got one out for like 4,500 MR.
Calling my shot in Wisconsin.
One of my clients actually just had a meeting appointment, went really well, scheduling a second one in person. They meet with their VP of operations. Hopefully it goes really well, the second appointment. Don't have one today, but I'm going to call my shot in Bowling Green.
I got an appointment for my IT client in New Jersey today. It was with a company that does like kitchen equipment, and they have 60 users. They're launching some softwares now. They want to pull in a third party to manage their IT Q1.
I just got one for G1 Mechanical. It's with a church, 14,000 square feet. They don't currently have a preventative maintenance plan, so they're budgeting to get one next year, so we're going to go out there and kind of give them a quote on what it looks like.
Doing good so far. We got Josh on the board. Jared's going to get one today. Same with me. Nothing yet for us too, but we're working on it.
It's going to be a pretty good one. I just spoke with like the president of a lighting company for my Florida client, and just kind of getting some more intel before I officially book it, but it's looking like a good one. And he doesn't know much about IT at all, but he's putting me in touch with someone that does, so we're going to connect the dots here.
Got an awesome proposal from my clients in Oregon, $143,650 re-roof job going into effect this month. Really excited for them. It's my first closed deal with them, so paving the way for bigger, better deals in the near future. I'm calling my shot for this afternoon. I'm going to get one for my East Coast clients in Virginia Beach, and get another one for my Salem clients.
Just have really good follow-ups with one of my appointments out in Connecticut. They have 5 buildings total, so we've been working this lead for a really long time. Each one's about 350,000 square feet, and they're replacing every single building. It's over a 5-year plan, so we've gotten core samples done. We're just getting really close to the finish line on getting at least one of the jobs started soon. I got a couple follow-ups from previous appointments. One's a banger out in Des Moines. Talked to a CIO who's looking to retire. So we met with him a couple months ago, followed back up, wants to start the conversation again in 2 weeks. So that was a good one. Originally it was a proposal for about $5,500 co-managed monthly reoccurring, and then going upwards from there, fully managed when it retires into 2026. So they have some growing pains and active needs, wants to start that conversation again
And I also got good news from my client out in Albuquerque. We gave a proposal earlier this month for just shy of $15,000 monthly recurring. We got a follow-up here in 2 weeks to go over that proposal and kind of look, more in depth of what that looks like with us onboarding with them. So that should be a banger. But nothing new today, but calling my shot in Dallas later on after lunch.
Yeah, I actually got an appointment today for my Fargo roofing client. Was with a hotel, 27,000 square feet, looking at active damage, flashing, leaks, that whole spiel. Which should be pretty going on. Also got a few proposals out for Fargo today. $185,000 re-roof proposal, as well as a $19,444 repair proposal. So pretty happy about my Fargo roofing client today.
It was with a communications systems company, to be broad about it, but appointments with the IT director this Thursday. Kind of just wants to talk a little bit about the cabling and some of the other obscure services that we offer. They do have an MSP, but it's about 90 users, one location. Should be a pretty good appointment.
Doing good, working really hard. Gonna call my shot on JNR Networks this afternoon.
Calling my shot on all of them.
It was this janitorial company out of Cincinnati that I had a really long conversation with, and he basically said he was doing a lot of restoration work at the time, which he said was almost more comprehensive than the janitorial work that they'd be doing. But he said this is a talk for like 3 months from now. That was in May. So I called him, referenced the old call, and I was talking about how he made that distinction in the past, and I was wondering if he was open to talking about janitorial work now. He's like, yeah, totally. Let's go Wednesday. And I got it set up. And then the other one was a roofer, Chicago, but I pitched Elgin and Lake County or Lake County. And he was like going into a meeting because I asked, I was like, do you have time, 15 or 20 minutes to talk about this? And he's like, well, not right now, but could you call me tomorrow at this time? And I was like, I can definitely have it set up for this time tomorrow. And he's like, okay, let's do that.
You're already aware, cleaners, janitorial, there are so many small one-off, like can't afford mom and pop style companies. We just got to be very clear and articulate, like, this is a $5,500 a month service charge, like at minimum $4,500. Could you possibly swing that if I could show you how it's making that $20,000, $30,000, $40,000? Yeah. It's like totally fine pitching those guys. And then roofing, roofing's good stuff. So. What about you guys? Where are we calling?
Orlando Roofing.
I started off calling Chicago, I think. Yeah. And then I started calling all the warm leads that I had.
Okay, mix it up. Call something new. Go back to MSP. I think, just a change is good. Helps keep the mojo going. You call the same every day, every other day. That's how burnout happens. That's how you lose focus, you're not getting appointments, so it's like, fuck, right? So keep it fresh, keep it new, keep a positive attitude, and good stuff happens. Especially when you add in like the golden questions, you get them to accept. All that stuff is, tiny steps that you can take to make sure that you're getting deals and good meetings. But I've got 2 new folks.
My name is Trevon here. I found through LinkedIn, through a couple different, just applying the job. So excited about what's the opportunity to come here and see what I can learn and how I can develop myself. So excited.
My name is Nathan Pyatt. I found this company on the poor man's LinkedIn called Indeed. And I was here back in March. Didn't make sense at the time, but shot Trey another call and it made sense to go forward then. So I'm excited to be here.
I've done several social media posts. I've done one about Miles' closed deal, Cam's updated interview, Ross and Miles' proposals that they recently sent out, and then I did 2 daily recaps, and then I added a client to the email marketing software for my client. And then I've been just grading. I'm on pace, so that's going well. And then I've been going in Balto too and using the software to grade the calls. Still seeing a couple glitches. They're aware of it, so I'm sure they're still working on it. And then I've been doing my 10 out of 10s, and that's about it in my corner.
Yeah, so I've been working on the reports, going in there and getting, kind of changing the concept for report folders because we're adding dashboard folders to it now. So being able to view the dashboard and report folders and having all those permissions line up. So I'll be working on that today.
I've been working with Coda on trying to move new clients into the system on CRM, but he's finding some things that are needed to be added, fixed, changed, so I've kind of just been working with him and fixing what he needs and adding what he needs.
Yeah, so I've been working on a couple of new clients that are coming in this month. I had a kickoff call this morning. I've been using the new CRM and just testing things out with Briggs. And today I also have an autopilot meeting, and then I have a refresher course, and then just working with Briggs for the rest of the afternoon.
I've just been doing social media for all my clients, and this afternoon I'll be starting one of our other category clients' website. They're AI grading tool, so it'll be interesting to start on.
So I had a meeting last week with Microtech, one of our IT clients out of Chicago, about their website. Got a few touch-ups to do, which I'm working on today, and we're getting the website launched this week.
Picked up a few things this morning from Friday's meeting, and I have a tree proposal in. I'm going to give Aaron to see what he thinks about getting some of these trees trimmed back. Christmas lights got put up over the weekend. I saw those. You might notice those around. And just finished rounds, and that's it. This afternoon I'll have a few things. I'm going to work in the sway closet. So.
I got an appointment for my client out in Bradenton. We called a company. They have 35 users, all based up in the cloud. Called them last month, but when we reach out again just to kind of follow up, said that they're not really that happy with the outsourcing of their MSP right now currently. They think it's kind of a little bit pricey for their hourly wage that they're doing for them. So I got an appointment with my company, see if we can compare some apples to apples and hopefully come out on top.
Just got one from a Florida client. It's with a lighting company and about $3 million in revenue. I'm working with my client to get the information we need. I set it with the president. He doesn't directly oversee the IT operations, but just get in touch with who I need to, get the info we need, get out there and see what we can do for them.